Hello and welcome to my channel, you lucky people. Painkiller Gaming, I'll be your host, Painkiller, PK for short, whichever floats your boat. A bit about the channel, it's going to mainly be Pokemon TCG Online, booster pack openings, and the odd vlog here and there if I do Pokemon events, pre-releases, etc. So without that, we're going to get into the first video. Obviously a bit nervous, first video and all. Plus talking to yourself is a bit weird, let's face it. And you're told all your life that first sign of madness is talking to yourself. Clearly, I've lost the plot. Anyway, without any further ado or mad ramblings, we're going to look at one of the decks that you'll mainly see on the online matches that I'll be playing. Decidueye and Vileplume. First off, for anyone that does know Pokemon, will notice that I've only got one Shaman. That's a touchy subject. I've opened hundreds of Roaring Skies. I've got no real card Shamans. And I've only got one online. So yeah, I'm only playing one. But you cope with what you got. So anyway, first off, start with Pokemon. Shaman EX, obviously, for the setup. When you place Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. He's literally there for that and that only. And next we will play Tauros GX, 3 of these. Now, some people play Lugia in this spot, Aero Ball. Now, for that, I think it's 20 damage for each energy attached for both active Pokemon. So that basically means if you need to either be going against a high energy using deck or put more energy into yourself to get a decent hit out of it. Now, I'm not going to waste any slots for more energy. Tauros, 180 HP. He's a sponge. He rages. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. I like to get him up to about 80, so with the 20 for the rage, he's hitting 100. Mad Bull GX. This Pokemon does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Now, if you can get him well enough, or they've been stupid enough to leave him on about 10 HP, you can pretty much one-bomb any Pokemon back you want. So yeah, I'll use him for them reasons. So, yeah, don't care. Anyway, Vileplume next. We've got the Evolution series. This is specifically from Ancient Origins. It's the only one with the Irritating Pollen ability. Each player can't play any item cards from his or her hand. Now, obviously, once you've got set up, lock them straight out. Personally, I like to get a Tauros up front, at least 2 Decidueye on the bench, then an item lock. Also good against, obviously it stops them setting up for starters, puts a stop to them. And if you're against Garbodor decks, it puts a stop to you as well. So you're not screwing yourself over in the long run, really. So yeah, so it's handy. We like a bit of Vileplume. So finally, obviously the star of the show is the Decidueye Evolution. This one's from Sun and Moon. So yeah, interestingly, there you go. So you're going to learn something in this video. Yeah, bit of education. Decidueye from the Sun and Moon set. You can only pull the normal GX from the Sun and Moon. You can only pull the Rainbow Rare from Guardians Rising, and you can only get the full art from the big display type boxes you can buy in the shops. So yeah, weirdly, it's spread over 3 different ways. So anyway, we use this for on the bench because of his ability, Feather Arrow. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Sorry, before your attack as well. So yeah, so if you've got a couple of them set up on the back, you can start picking them off. And it can be hella annoying for other people. So yeah, he's always fun to play. We move on to the trainers. Now, most people play level balls here, not nest balls. But I already know that level balls are going out of rotation for the next season. Which means they won't be played in standard format, which is the format I'm mainly playing, even online. So I'm going to get used to not using them while I am. So I used to play 2 of them, 2 nest balls, 1 timer ball. So now I'm playing 3 nest balls and 2 timer balls. So anyway, starting with a nest ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, and shuffle your deck. Obviously handy to get your Rowlets out nice and early. Plus if push comes to shove and you've got no other option and you don't want your Rowlet or your Oddish stuck up front with a Floatstone on them, get a Tauros out with them. Doesn't matter that it's a GX, as long as it's a basic, it will pull it out of your deck for Then we've got 2 Revitalizers. Put 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Always handy if you had to Sycamore them off or use some with an Ultra Ball. Always handy to pull them back out. Then we've got Timer Ball. Flip 2 coins for each head. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Obviously, again, all about the setup with the Decidueye in this. So again, it's just getting more out. Then we've got Trainer's Mail. Same again. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card you find there. Except Trainer's Mail. Put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards into your deck. Again, it's all about just helping then. Pulling out stadium cards or Pokeballs. Whichever you need to get your setup going even further. And clearly we've got Ultra Balls. Now, as I've got less Shaman, I run 1 less Ultra Ball than usual. I usually run 4. But as I've only got 1 Shaman, is not particularly needed, so 3 is enough for me, which then obviously slaves a slot for something else, which I think is actually an extra next one. So yeah, so yes, 3 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Pull out any Pokemon, always handy. Shamans if you've got nothing else on your bench, in your hand, pull out a fresh 6 cards, nice. Trainer of the show, obviously, your stadium card, Forest of Giant Plants. Each player's grass Pokemon can evolve during his or her first turn, or the turn he or she plays them Pokemon. So for a grass deck, that's pretty OP. Turn 1, you can get Decidueyes out if you've got enough resources in your hand. Get some Decidueyes, you can actually start getting some damage out on turn 1, which is good. Right, Lysander. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. Yeah, again, pretty standard really. If they've managed to shift one out that you've been doing damage to, get him back in and finish him off, or one's hammer in you, switch him out and get one stuck into theirs. Okay, next we've got N. I'm only running 3 of these. You'll see why in a minute. So yeah, don't moan in the section just yet, in the comment section just yet. N. So shuffle your hand into your deck, draw as many cards as you've got prize cards. So again, helpful for setting up. Also, if your opponent's getting a bit of a lead on you and he's got, say, 2 prize cards left, end him off, he can only draw 2 cards. Hopefully, put a bit of a stop to him unless he's lucky and top decks the cards he needs. First Sycamore, again, same with the setup. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Just be careful what you are discarding. Yeah, just keep track of it. Make sure you've still got enough stuff left in your deck to do what you need to do. Now, the reason I don't play my 4th N. Stephen, search your deck for a supporter card and a basic energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Now, a few times I've been caught with my pants down, with Decidueye up front with only a double colourless on him. I knew for a fact I didn't have no double colourless left in my deck, only in my prize pile, so I could not waste that double colourless. So I had a Stephen in my hand, used him, got my grass energy I need, so I could attack my Decidueye instead. Plus, then pulled this, I think it was a Sycamore or an N, can't remember which it was, for my next hand anyway. So yeah, carried on going. And finally, 2 float stones. This Pokemon is attached to see, put my teeth back in. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, so obviously always handy for pulling Odysseys, Shamans, Rowlets out of the attack position, save them getting easy kills. So yes, and then lastly we're on the energy. I run very minimal energy on this, so I run literally 4 grass energy for 4 Decidueye, which I don't really personally charge up that often, and 4 double colourless. So I usually, in my head, I usually try and say 2 double colourless for my Tauros just in case, and 2 double colourless for Decidueyes. That gives me 2 grass energy. I can usually discard off if I need to with Ultra Balls, etc. So yeah, that's the first deck, Decidueye and Vileplume. Next video will be my other deck, yeah. So I shall see you in the next video. Peace!